Hello, what is up ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Maxi here, and I am of course back for more of the forms of the Maxi Toys videos once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Mario Kart Arcade GP2 for the arcade machines, or to be more specifically, I'm running us on the Wii emulator from the likes of the Homebrew channel. So, last time we have basically managed to accomplish the forms of the Mario Cup with Momenchi right here, and overall we did that pretty cool, all things considered. So yeah, there's not much else to tell. So today for this episode is the fact that we are moving on to the next cup in the game, which appears to be the Waluigi Cup, the new cup in the lineup. So for this particular cup, we'll go for Waluigi himself, why not? So yeah, let's go ahead and select him. So because of that, we'll just need to see him in action and he forms of that particular Mario Kart stuff again. So yeah, this should be fun. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop over to, well, obviously Waluigi Cup right there, so and of course we're able to experience two new cups to the table, such as for instance the first, or actually couldn't think about it, the first round in this cup in particular, and it's also the third new track that's actually introduced in this title, and that's what appears to be Arena Stadium. So because of that, yeah, this is going to be exhilarating, because as far as I'm aware, this place is going to be filled to the brim with a lot of those jump ramps you have to jump over, and especially noticeable there's a lot of mechanical dinosaurs in the background. So because of that though, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So, yeah, not much for Waluigi as far as his status quo. It's the fact that, well, he's obviously an all-around type character, along with Mario, Luigi, and Pac-Man. So as a result though, he's one of the, and really easy character to use as well, because it's likely an all-around type character. So because of that, well, usually because relatively speaking, it's the fact that I was expecting to try and able to actually just to play as either Wario, Donkey Kong, or Bowser later on, but obviously as far as the actual, the description says, if you try to select these three characters, they are considerably the heavy type characters. It might be pretty hard to control sometimes, especially noticeable for likely for top speed, or acceleration, or even handling as a matter of fact. But we'll see what happens during at some point in the next few weekends. So yeah, today's day is the films of, I would say today it's the 4th of December today, in this case in 2021 today. So because of that, I can't even believe that one thing I supposedly, that Mario hasn't mentioned about. Oh my god, why is my controls getting all messed up? Oh well, but at least we somewhat fixed it, so hopefully we'll try to get back on track at this point. So, plus we still got loads of time to able to actually just to, well, complete that particular track itself. So, oh jeez, I somehow got hurt by that particular projectile from the likes of, or one of the items from Miss Pac-Man, as you can see, even though despite my controls has been messed up at points, but thankfully I did manage to problem solve that. So, anyway, something's worth mentioning for is the fact that one thing I forgot to mention about, or especially noticeable that Mario hasn't mentioned about this during the course of his WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania Let's Play, that is the fact that one of the episodes of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Look Before You Sleep, in this case my very first experiencing with that particular show itself with that episode, it's now officially been 11 years old now. Specifically if you guys who lived in America. So yeah, I can't even believe time itself went flying by and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much as far as I can say. Although apart from the fact that, well, relatively speaking, that well, we only got about specifically 3 weeks left, and so Christmas is going to be approaching. So yeah, let me know in the comments below for the question of the day. What you guys were able to expect to get something for this year's Christmas? Because I would like to hear your thoughts down below in the actual comment section. So because of that though, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Because, well, I'm sure that some people were really excited about Christmas already. In fact, some people has already managed to decorate the actual the tree itself as well as decorating the house itself already. So either way though, I'm also able to do that off screen, but if I decide able to finish this recording first, so hopefully I should able to get some time to able to, well, do some decorating and stuff like that. So that'll be my part of the plan. Alright, so far I've got 19 of those Mario coins I received, and plus 10 from the ranking bonus, because obviously first place were able to give you 10 additional Mario coins as ever, so... And that should give me an exclusive item for Waluigi, which appears to be the Urchin. So, I'm guessing it's more likely like a shield type item, so, but we'll see that in action at some point later, so... Anyway, so let's move on to the next new track, and that's what appears to be by the forms of Waluigi Stadium. Not to be confused as the Waluigi Stadium Racetrack from the likes of not only from Mario Kart Double Dash, but also Mario Kart Wii from the Retro Tracks department. So, yeah, it's like the exact same name, except, well, obviously with no LCD screen somewhere. And also, in addition to that, no fireball rings to be found, and especially noticeable with the forms of no piranha plants to be found either. So because of that, yeah, there's not much else to really say about this for the most part. So, oh yeah, I should probably mention about this also is the fact that you noticed about the fact that ever since on the very first day of December already, that you noticed about the fact that Mario Kart Tour has already got started with the next new tour, which appears to be Holiday Tour 2021 edition, which is basically like the exactly the same thing as in, well, 2019 version, except the noticeable difference is this time they actually managed able to include, well, it might actually still contains the exactly the same cosmetic characters ranging from Reindeer Yoshi, as well as Santa Mario, Santa Bowser, and especially noticeable with the Daisy outfits that consist of shop gifting, or I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain this because I know it has been quite a few days since I actually last touched upon Mario Kart, including this as well for the sake of this Let's Play so far, but I digress. And also they're going to be bringing to ourselves some of the cosmetic parts, specifically for the regular carts that basically is like a Christmas themed variant of the Koopa Clown cart, as well as the Christmas themed variant of the land ship, and especially noticeable with the forms of Pricer for the sake of that Christmas themed variant. So at least as far as I can think about it, as well as a candle themed glider, which is going to be interesting. And also they bring back the two well, let's just say not only does it bring back Merry Mountain again, ever since in by the end of that terrible last year, all the way up to the beginning of this year, but also they bring us another returning track from the likes of Super Mario Kart, which appears to be this time is Vanilla Lake 2. So yeah, ever since we've already had Vanilla Lake 1 from way long back, but now we're able to actually experience Vanilla Lake 2 as the returning track. So yeah, that should be exciting at the same time, because obviously about the fact that, well, we can able to actually experience the actual a massive crack on the center of the stage again. So yeah, it has been a long time since that's been coming. So even then though, yeah, and I'm pretty sure that we've actually did manage to got every single of those Vanilla Lake tracks returning in Mario Kart Tour, which is great. Despite the fact that I somehow got screwed over still with the forms of not only clunky controls, but also with the item system, and of course that I still got mad about the forms of those stupid gacha moments, so... But at least luckily though, on the previous tour that I don't suppose I forgot to mention about, that I recently got Nabbit as a new racer, so because of that, I somehow managed to got him from the likes of those daily challenges for those pipes to able to get about. So yeah, I'm actually quite relieved by that, especially noticeable that at least it gives me some generosity sometimes, but most of the time it just doesn't seem to want to let me win anything sometimes, I must be honest. Anyway, so let's move on to round 3, where we're about to be going back onto Arena Stadium again. So, I don't think there's any differences in there, apart from the fact that, well, it's pretty much exactly the same track, aside from the fact that, well, it's pretty much the same, really. Unlike the forms of how it does it on Mario Kart Arcade GP1 tracks, that they do manage to have some variety changes in particular. Like, we already know about the fact that in Mario Cup, That's basically that the only difference is between the first round and the second round between Mario Highway along with Mario Beach Track, that in round 3's case for Mario Highway it's all in sunset, whilst the forms have been round 4, which is Mario Beach, that takes place in night. And eventually, whenever we get on to DK Cup until tomorrow, and especially noticeable in Wario Cup in the future, and even especially noticeable with Pac-Man Cup essentially as well, and the Bowser Cup, and eventually the final cup in the game, which is, well, I'm sure that most people already know what the final cup it is already, which if you're following through our Let's Play of Arcade GP, the first game, and basically though, it's going to be the Rainbow Cup, much like the forms of how it does it from the likes of the first game, so pretty much exactly the same really, so yeah, it's not much different from there, so... Well, this is interesting. We actually got ourselves our flood nozzle kind of item, so that way we can able to actually squirt some paintballs right at these opponents to able to slow them down. So, and yeah, with that particular squeegee little goop thing, I'm guessing what they can do, that it just if you try to able to throw it at certain opponents, then it just goes like the thin or flat, or anything else to be more specific. So wow, I have no words to able to say about this, honestly. So either way though, let's just go ahead and continue on here. Just trying to able to go for those little ramps. So just trying to able to actually, oh god. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, with that item right there, it feels kind of like similar to, let's just say, the item box, or the fake item box item from the likes of both Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart Double Dash, as well as Mario Kart DS, and eventually Mario Kart Wii. That's basically though, it's kind of like the forms of the fake item box, as you notice, except the fact that the actual item's name is a bit different. So because of that though, we'll pointed out what it is, but I'm guessing it's likely Jack in the item box. I'm presuming so anyway, but we'll see what happens whenever we finish this race. So anyway, so we'll just go ahead and keep on drifting very carefully, so just in case we don't bump into any walls and don't lose too many coins in the process, so just in case we can able to get our speed increase. So yeah, we basically won that race, no problem. Despite the fact that we get a little bit further behind at first, so... Anyway, so that does it for Arena Stadium, so either way though, yeah, that pretty much does it from there, so... Brilliant Racer. Will I ever add that to my rank? Yeah, I might as well do. And let's see how much Mario coins I got so far. So once again, I didn't get the perfect on that one, but oh well. No big deal, but it's all likely the next... Oh, I somehow barely got the, oh, a fake Mario coin. Okay, that's interesting. I think it's one of those, another one of those exclusive items for Waluigi, I'm presuming. So, yeah, I was expecting to try to do the 100% playthrough of this game in particular, but I'll discuss on that later. So, anyways, let's go ahead and select some new items to the table. So, let's go ahead and show off, no matter what, we'll just go ahead and select, yeah, the fake Mario coin, and also we'll show off, yeah, the urchin right here, and I suppose we can probably, choose, yeah, why not? I'll go for a Starman again. So, even though technically I've already shown you guys the star itself, but I just really want to win the race so badly, so... Anyways, let's go back on to Waluigi Stadium again, but this time in round 4, and basically we can able to get our different reward if we somehow manage to gain first place. So, yeah, let's begin. So, yeah, once again, that's the actual narrator on this particular broadcasting thing is still shut off because, you know, I've already mentioned about this before ever since the beginning of this Let's Play, is the fact that I found him pretty obnoxious at points, especially noticeable that every time whenever you're trying to, you know, use the item or throw an item to somebody, and if someone gets hit by the forms of the item, and it just never stops talking, like, it can literally just keeps talking and talking. Like, it kind of feels like Bubsy the Bobcat, almost of obnoxiousness, but thankfully nowhere near as like obnoxiously annoying than the likes of Bubsy the Bobcat, which, I can't stand him. You can tell because of how it felt that, well, I've heard about the series, but I was expecting to try it on the Genesis emulator at some point, and I think that particular game is going to be hellish for me, especially Bubsy 3D being the worst games ever, which, gee, speaking of Bubsy 3D, I think that game is now 25 years old. Jesus Christ. Despite the fact that that game is utterly the worst game on the PlayStation. Next to School, which I think that was actually in 1998 for that game. So, wasn't Bubsy 3D, it just looks way worse. Especially noticeable, there are some pretty bad PlayStation 1 games out there. Like, there was, I would say Shrek's Treasure Hunt, which is more accurately like a hybrid of a platformer with some party games to the table, which it is weird in concept, but ultimately it just feels like the frame rate really chugs a lot, especially noticeable because, well, it's hard to explain because even then though I know I haven't done a massive research on the forms of some bad PlayStation games out there. But there might be a little bit far from between when it comes to likely some games out there that are considerably somewhat bad more than others, so... But I digress, so let's just go ahead and use the Urchin able to... Well, it might not be the most elegant way to able to defend ourselves when it comes to likely using the Urchin item, but regardless of everything else though, it's the fact that the only thing I cared for is just the Starman itself, so at least get extra protection for the sake of incoming items and stuff like that, so... There we go, we've managed able to get into first place, once again, so yeah, that's all I can honestly say about this. Gotta say, I really enjoyed the actual, the Waluigi Cup so far, especially noticeable how, although despite it's pretty short, and all the other jazz, but regardless of such, nice trophy. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing we need to do is the challenge time. And it's going to be a new one, is Bird Kart Contest. Run up and jump. Get Mario Coin by the distance. So, I think the highest amount you can get up to, I think it's roughly about 70 we need to aim for. So, yeah, basically all we have to do in this challenge is that you're going to have to able to just try to jump off the ramp or try to jump while you're on the ramp, and then if you try to jump at the right time, then you would able to actually get yourself some good distances in between. You know what this course reminds me of? It reminds me of so much of a Excitebike Arena from the likes of Mario Kart 8, except the fact that there's no trick system, like you can able to perform certain like tricks to able to get a boost on, so either way though, nicely done. And of course, 15 Mario coins is still the highest, so there we go. Nicely done. Some people might find this one a bit tricky and difficult at first, but when you get the hang of it though, it's actually not too hard honestly. So, and I think that's every single, not only for brand new courses they added, but also the last new challenge that we actually experienced. Although, for the rest of any other challenges until for later, it will be exactly the same thing as the original Mario Kart Arcade GP1, except with the forms of, I forgot to mention is that the music is actually a little bit more upbeat this time around compared to the first game for the actual challenge music, so... Anyway, so let's continue, and suffice to say, we'll end things off here, so join me next time for more of Let's Play of Mario Kart Arcade GP2. That is the fact that we'll move on to the familiar cup from the first game, and that is DK Jungle. So, yeah, it should be exciting. So, I'll see you guys until tomorrow. Later, fellas.